messages. This brother's straight positive. This brother is straight positive. I knew of KT U101 before I did Tommy. You feel what I'm saying? This man has been positive. You know, speaking his mind, giving his opinion. You know what I mean? Just a bunch of crazy shit. What I do know is in this video, they show love and respect. I don't know about the video before because I didn't listen to it. Actually, this is the first time I've checked out another one of his videos in at least, I say at least 3 years, 4 years. Seriously. You know what I mean? But this is a positive video. Positive message. You know what's crazy? It's straight facts in this message. See, the thing of it is, it's some of the things that KTU 101 said in this video. I'm just calling Mr. KTU, something like that, Mr. 101. You know, I'm shortening it up somehow. And, I asked him for permission, you know what I mean, being respectful to go over his video, and he said go for it. You know what I mean? Salute to you, brother. Shout out to you. Mad respect for your service to this country. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to use the word our country because they act like this ain't ours. You know. But salute to you for that. Salute to you for the positive message. No hate, no shade. Real recognize real. And when you hear someone deal with another individual and do it in a respectful, peaceful, common sense, logical, professional way, you have to, you know what I mean? You have to shout a brother out. See, the problem with social media is too many people want to be bigger than the rest. You feel what I'm saying? I never came to social media to create a business on social media by doing this shit. I never came to YouTube with the intent of making money off this shit. I came to YouTube to send messages. And a lot of people are in fear of the messages that I have to display. So what better way to deal with them and combat them than to get back to doing what I do best? You feel me? Because that's gonna shit on them even more. That's gonna make them more upset. Steady talking about shit that needs to be done in the black culture and this, that, or other, but not doing anything to actually affect some type of change. It's like a waste of time. He speaks on this shit, he just speaks differently about it. You feel what I'm saying? And maybe I'll address the certain points that I'm talking about, that he makes, that I'm talking about, that I actually talked about in the beginning of starting to break down Tommy. You feel what I'm saying? Is anything I'm saying making sense to y'all? If not, let me know. This is a peaceful show this morning. I don't want bull crap. I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? This ain't the time for you
No, man, it's
to
Saturday.
harass and stalk people out there trying to do a live show, right? It's a time for you to sit back and actually listen and take notes. Alfonso, not what? Not what? I mean, that's a very vague, statement word. Not what? Can you be a little bit more specific, please? I would greatly appreciate it, sir. Morning, Sakul, Killer the Lamb, Maximus Renee, Alfonso, everybody, right? So I'm gonna get in this and get into this, and I'll do he said certain things, I'll may pause and address it a little bit, right? But at the end of the day, from this is a 34-minute and 32-second video, and there's 34 minutes and 32 seconds of straight facts, spoken peacefully, respectfully, with common sense that would equate to logic. I want people to understand something. When you come out and do that in the beginning, and then you're turned around and made out to be the enemy, and you're lied on, and you're slandered, and you're constantly attacked, and your family's constantly attacked, sometimes you kind of derail.
Somebody said it was up too high.
Like when
What up,
trains
big O?
sometimes derail because of a warped piece of steel in the tracks, and you have train derailments. Sometimes, you may get derailed from what your actual message or intent was, based on the responses you get from individuals who are either part of the cult or just here to start shit. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. And Liz, be easy on the chat today. If they want to disagree, being respectful and using common sense, it's all good. The BS, you know what to do. Appreciate you. You feel me? In this breakdown that I'm about to do, I'm going to refrain from my personal feelings about this individual, based on the fact that how would I say this? Based on the fact that myself and my family have personally been affected to the fullest in regards to this guy. So I'm going to try to, while breaking this down, try to not go so deep into that. You feel what I'm saying? And just deal with the facts that's laid on the table. There's videos that I've done in the
this
start
live.
of this, right?
It's
in regards
live
to this individual, to where I could sit up here off of certain things that Mr. KTU said. I can go back in my archives, right, and show you me respectfully breaking a lot of these things down. One of my favorite videos I've done in regards to this individual, I did the video in a way to address a multitude of men across the United States that this applies to, not only him. And when I did that video, it was to garner people's attention in regards to what the truth is, right? Which is why I titled that video the way that I did. I'm very strategic with everything I do. Yeah, I don't have to agree with it, right? It is what it is. But the video that I did, which I'm talking about, and some of y'all been around for a while, which you remember it, and I titled the video specifically the way that I did for a reason, a direct and specific reason, right? And maybe I'll play that again sometime. And the video title is, "If you abandon the woman, you abandon the child," right? I don't think a lot of people understood how deep, right, that dialogue went. Okay? I just wish that people would actually take the time to to actually process a lot of what people say. Michael Graham.
Hello, Moto.
Always make it true. And that goes for me too, right? Like when we believe something or we have an opinion about something that's not
Shit,
based
I'm doing
within
the same
facts,
thing,
it's
just cool
just
and
one's
relaxed. I'm sorry about
personal
that. I hate when
take
people
on it.
call.
We have to realize that sometimes it's not always the case, you know? Now, like I started out saying in the beginning, that's why in the beginning when I started following Mr. KTU, I had to stop watching some of his videos. And the reason why I stopped watching some of his videos because the situation with Tommy and I had got as deep as it did when he started bringing my family into it. And then I was hearing Mr. KTU 100, right? Speaking positively about that. See, people come across YouTubers every day. You come across people that you tend to somewhat like or respect, right? And a lot of times it's not until you actually look deep inside of the person, look deep into the soul of the person, that you realize that that person is not who you think he is, right? So I'm not. Oh, all right, Liz. So I'm not going to say Mr. KTU is flip flop. I'm just going to say Mr. KTU has woke up. You don't have to agree with me on that, Michael Grant. That's just my take on it. Because I actually was following KTU before I ever even knew. I've never followed him. Never subbed his shit. Never. I mean, it's all over the place, so no reason to. You feel what I'm saying? Um, I just feel like maybe he's had an awakening. And that's not to say that he may not do videos showing respect to him about the things that he agree with him on. That's fine. Does that necessarily mean that one's a flip flopper? Or could it be that this is a situation where one sees the good in the person or the potential in the person and one sees the bad and the negative? So let me ask you this question, Brother Michael. And what leads you to
Tommy,
believe that
you
or
fucked up,
feel that way?
nigga.
Boycott says Tommy will never debate Mr. KTU for the simple fact that he wants to do it on a neutral platform. I said the same thing. I said the same thing before Mr. KTU said it. But I was running, right? Because I didn't want to go to his channel. Why? Because it's like going into another man's neighborhood to fight him in his neighborhood. And you're by yourself. He's in a neighborhood. He runs with a gang. And he teamed up. And
Preach, big old shit.
he wants you to come to his neighborhood.
Shit.
And you're going to be outnumbered.
I pay $1,000 just to ask
Right?
Donna some questions.
It's like to
That'd
meet
be
on
off
a
the chain.
mutual
I mean,
ground.
unfiltered. She gonna speak
It's
the
an even
truth.
playing
Not
field.
no tie right there with the motherfucking gun ready to
Right.
pistol whip her ass.
Again, it's just a debate. We're not talking about street BS and all that other stuff, right? Killing people and wanting to fight and all that. We're talking about a conversation. This is why I say I don't do debates, right? Because none of these people on YouTube know how to debate.
Good morning, Lily. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm
let
half
me take
stepping.
that
Your
back.
boy gonna get some company. I'm gonna get that
I can't
ooh
really
wee.
say it like that.
Your boy trying to straighten
they
up.
haven't debated properly for us to see if they know how to debate. What they have done was control the debate. You can't have a debate when one of the debaters is controlling the debate.
You hear the
It's a conflict
motherfucking
of interest.
roll right to the background. I guess Tyler's trying to be tired to be babysitting.
Mutual ground will be someone that doesn't have a stake in this. doesn't like one person more than they do the other, right? It's just like a football game, a basketball game,
Oh,
and the
Tyra trying to talk
referees,
like
right?
Tommy with some common
If the
sense.
referee
Oh, snap.
just say the Bulls
But
is
my
playing
thing
the
is, you
Pacers or
act like
some
another
dumb
person
shit,
so long. Do you think you're that
and
person? Does he answer to Tommy when
referees is a
Donna
Pacer fan,
asked for Tyra?
odds are that the referee cannot be fair. I'm not saying that the referee should be able to like sports and like a team, but we all have to
I got
realize
11
that
people
if
in
the
that motherfucking
referee on the
house. I was
field
supposed to have at least 11 likes
likes one
or
team
10
over the
likes.
other, that it's
2 people
possible
probably a
that
troll.
he's going to make some calls that is like bias. Make sense? I try to use simple analogies, right? But you know, some people just don't like to listen to truth, especially coming from me. But Boycott says Tommy will never debate Mr. KTU for the simple fact that he wants to do it on a neutral platform. That's KTU, that is.
All right,
And we
Tropo.
all
You
know
right
Tommy is
here.
on
We
the
right
king on
here.
this channel. That's why he doesn't like to do the debates on other people on a mutual field. Playing field. You know,
All that talk. Super saying
he
you
likes to
cool. You
do it
cooler than
when
a fan right now.
when
You ain't
he's
got nothing to
able to
worry about. But you ain't nothing to
control
worry about
the
before. He all
narrative, the
talk.
show. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that's a lot of people's faults on social media. So before I go into this long, drawn out breakdown of this, let's go ahead and play this, right? Now, you all can go and, matter of fact, let me do this first. Now, those can go, Mr. KTU 100. True Freeman is playing your string. Let's
Man,
refresh
Tyra try to
this.
be with anybody go
Right.
against Tommy Sotomayor.
It's not.
Tell him Super Saiyan. Quit the motherfucking lights. All y'all in here just sitting up here chilling, relax. I'm getting y'all good content. And that's likes Tyra ain't getting. And views Tyra ain't get them.
I actually remember.
Good morning, Miss Waller.
From time to time, you were speaking.
Stop treating me like
time to time
motherfucker
were
Son
speaking
Teray.
positive about Tommy, and I didn't even spell that right. Let me correct that. I just noticed that. I was typing off my phone. Okay, I just could not listen to them because of what he did to me and my family. Therefore, the hell with all that, right? So Mr. KTU, I believe, replied and said, "Feel free." So please don't go over there and tell him I'm playing his video because I asked. You feel what I'm saying? And again, made a few more comments over there, but that's neither here nor there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this, right? And I'm going to try to speak a minimal. I want y'all to just hear the message, right?
What up? What up?
Stop cracking jokes. Stop with the insults. Let's set up a neutral place to actually have a live discussion and let the people decide who's who. If you don't know what it is, you know who it is. Mr. KTU 101 coming at you with another live one. Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Sotomayor.
Try to get them Tommy Sotomayor likes.
You know
views.
what, man? I got to get right into
Everybody
this.
be sucking
you
off
are
Tommy.
the king of deflecting. You are the king of deflecting. First, I thought, oh, he's Mr. Paparazzi based on what he said. But he's not just Mr. Paparazzi. He's king of deflecting. My thing about it is, who the fuck is chasing you? Who is clout chasing you? You know what I just saw? That was a great question.
Who is clout chasing Tommy? Right?
All y'all niggas are clout chasing Tommy. All y'all want to be Tommy Sotomayor. Y'all want his motherfucking money. Motherfucker donating thousands of dollars. Y'all niggas can barely give motherfucker $5.
He clout chasing. He using Tommy Sotomayor for views. That person using his name for views.
Yeah, True Freeman clickbait and it's clickbait.
But do y'all notice
Tommy Sotomayor name like it ain't nothing.
And our subscribers are down for talking about this guy? There's countless YouTubers that said this, and it is true. The only way that you can possibly
She's a terrible
right? You
cock
get a bunch of
chaser.
views off this dude.
Yeah, he wants it in his
As
mouth.
if you actually, let's just tell the truth, kissing his ass. And he's promoting you on his shit. That's the only way. If you're speaking out, even respectfully about this guy, right? He's going to take to his channel. He's going to slander you. He's going to defame you. He's going to lie on you. And then he's going to try to look into your personal life to try to get people to dislike you. It's one of the 48 laws of power. You understand what I'm saying?
48 laws
Like
of
finding a
power.
hole in their armor. You feel what I'm saying? Finding something to bring to the public that may be true or may not be true, just to slander them. And we all know that's what Mr. Tommy does.
So, oddly enough, I just saw the fact that you put Nipsey Hussle, you also put his girl, you also put Kodak Black, you put all of their names in the title of one of your videos. Isn't that ironic?
Yes, it's ironic. Let me speak on that before.
This is the nigga that tried to get the Bloods and Crips to fuck up Tommy Sotomayor because he's so-called disrespecting Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle.
But you can't do it yourself.
And the death of Nipsey Hussle and the situation, whatever, he used that.
This nigga scared to come out of his own motherfucking fortress.
Because
this is the same nigga looking through blinds every time you hear a noise or when Lola bark.
But he was talking about other YouTubers and kept bringing other YouTubers up. If I'm talking about the Nipsey Hussle situation, why would I bring up Tommy?
Oh yeah, he's supposed to G's know who the fuck you are, but they don't know who you are. They don't know your name. That killed me right there.
If I put Nipsey Hussle photo up and I title my show in regards to Nipsey Hussle, then I feel like I shouldn't be talking about another
I heard.
That ain't got nothing to do with Nipsey Hussle. I'm breaking down
I think
Nipsey
Donna's
Hussle.
slowly waking the fuck up. It's about
That's
time.
clout
It took her 20 plus years, but she's finally waking
turn
up.
around and you use real celebrities' names. Right?
Isn't that ironic?
It's crazy.
I feel sorry for Tommy Sotomayor when today Donna Lee, True Freeman, his bread and butter.
Because you're not even talking about the real celebrity, or even
She said she's untold.
or the issue of the issue.
When Donna Lee, True Freeman, Tommy Sotomayor, it's over. He ain't got nothing to live for. Unless he put Lola on the street.
YouTubers first. It's not a time to joke. I thought you were sending a message. You feel what I'm saying in regards to Nipsey Hussle? You got Nipsey Hussle photo in the background. What you're talking about?
I think the only attention Donna gets is when she go to Arby's. That's why she always want to go to Arby's. Them young boys be trying to fuck her.
Zone.
And she like the attention.
And his photo in the background, his name in the title. But you're talking about other YouTubers and YouTube beef. That's like putting ketchup on your cereal. You know what I mean?
You know, I already do then and now video of True Freeman, how he slowly changing to Tommy Sotomayor.
That I am doing is because I am talking to you.
Listen how you talk all calm and cool and collective. I wonder does that nigga practice this in the mirror?
Who name am I supposed to put in the title? Michael Jordan. Now, I'm gonna talk about Tommy, but I'm gonna put Michael Jordan name in the title. Like Tommy does. He wants us to do what he does. Well, I'm gonna talk about Nipsey Hussle. I'm gonna put Nipsey Hussle name in the title as if I'm gonna talk about him, but I'm gonna talk about these other YouTubers out here.
But you just constantly talking about Tommy.
The reason why I put your name in the title of a video that I am doing because I am talking to you straightforward, upfront as a man. I don't want you to say, well, I wonder, is he talking about me? Oh, well, I heard he said something. No, I make it clear and direct. That's what men do. I don't play your videos, pause, and then crack a joke. Play your videos, pause, and then crack an insult. Play your videos and then say something personal about you that I heard from someone vindictive. Brother, let me tell you something. I have never attacked you as a father. I've never attacked you as a man. I've never attacked you as a person that was dealing with a relationship. Because here's the thing, the bottom line up front, okay, the bottom line up front, I think we both can agree with this. It is some people out there, okay, that do very vindictive and bitter shit to
Shout
men,
out to True
period,
Freeman.
bottom line.
Talking about the
Do
True
men do
Freeman.
that fuck up shit? Yeah, hell yeah, they do that fuck up shit. But sometimes people take it to the full extreme. They say, you know what? If you don't want to be with me, or you don't want to do what I tell you to do, or you don't want to promote
I got
me as
new
your girl
motherfuckers
or
in
as
the
your wife,
motherfucking
or
chat. Y'all
whatever
better
the
hit that
situation
subscribe
is,
button.
then
Y'all
I'm
step
going
up
to
in
do
here.
something vindictive, bitter, toxic, narcissist. I'm going to do all those things. We get all that. We get all that. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't mind, which is why I felt like, you know what, Tommy Sotomayor has a voice. He has a voice, and he banks on these things. He actually promotes these things and says, you know what? Hey, you know, men need to be taken care of too. And that's the reason why I said, okay, I applaud your effort. But after listening to you, right, actually getting into that groove of listening to you, I found out
And y'all
that
need
you
to
are
break off and go give me
one-dimensional,
some
brother.
more subscribers and more views. That's less than True Freeman.
You're
one-dimensional statement. That's true. But I'm sure Tommy's probably, it's just my opinion, Tommy's probably going to say that this man is attacking him, this man now making these videos on him, this man is now stalking him. How do you stalk a celebrity or a YouTube sensation?
Easy
Right?
by knowing
Like
his
critiquing what
information,
comes out their
knowing where he
mouth.
shits, where he
You feel what I'm
sleeps,
saying?
knowing how much he paying for car, know
You
how
feel what I'm
much
saying?
his child support, knowing where his
I
kids
just don't
are,
understand that
pictures of
it's
him and
literally
his
stalking.
family, bitches he fucked, how much he
You
paid
feel
for
what
the
I'm saying?
pussy.
The problem is Tommy only sees from his own eyes. He doesn't see from other people's eyes. He only, it's all about him, right? He has to be the center of attention. You remember how many people remember the growing up and having class clowns in school, in your class? They were the class clowns. They weren't popular really at all or anything like that. Nobody really liked them or dealt with them, you know, in a civil, peaceful, respectful manner. So they had to pull the rabbit out of a hat, right? By showing their ass. So to get people to like and laugh at them, they would act out in class, disrupt the class, make everybody laugh. Teacher can't keep the attention of the students because of the class clown. If I was to look at like his social media platform, his YouTube platform, it's like he's always grasping for attention. He has to be the center of attention. And sometimes being the center of attention can be the downfall, which I believe that's going to be his downfall. Having to be the center of attention. If it's not about him, fuck it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense, y'all? I see Tommy as the class clown that we used to see in school growing up. I see him as the class clown of YouTube. Because the class clowns in school was only a class clown because they garnered attention by acting an ass in class. They garnered the attention of people that wouldn't even like them in real fucking life by actually acting an ass in class, making everybody laugh and joke and fucking up the lesson. To where the teacher at the end of the class forgot to give, goddammit, the homework for the day because of the class clown. You understand what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense. Being straight respectful.
Smash that motherfucker like button. Smash that motherfucker.
Right.
Every like is one less like True Freeman don't get.
Tommy claimed to be an entertainer, unlike other YouTubers. Okay. Like when he was at Hooters, right? The reason you don't understand True is that his claim of being stalked when his stuff is simply being critiqued or criticized is straight bullshit. It makes no damn sense at all. No, I understand. I said that. Today, 420. But anyway, take care of that for me? See, my name is True Freeman on YouTube. If you don't know me in real life, respect me and don't call me by my real name. Yes, that's my name.
But that's your motherfucking name.
Can
That's
you take care of
stupid.
that,
That's your motherfucking name. Why you should get mad if
We
he
don't
call you
have
your
time
fucking
for that.
name?
Thank you. We don't have time for that. You can respect, you can disagree with me and respect me by calling me by what I asked you to call me on this platform, right? See, that's part of you guys doing this doxing thing, right? Now, I want y'all to pay attention to these YouTubers that support this guy, man, and harass and attack other people for him. They do things like this.
That's a motherfucker lie.
That person
I don't get
came in here and
donations.
said
I
that,
barely
but guess
ask for
what? His name is
donations.
Michael
I just
Larry
ask
Jr.
motherfuckers to click that
So
motherfucker like
there's a
button. That's one
YouTuber
less
by the
view
name
your
of
bitch
Mike
ass
Larry,
ain't getting.
right? And he's portraying himself to be Mike Larry's son because of what? You're bringing other YouTubers in this that has nothing to do with this. And
I'm
you're
protecting
taking
the
other
black woman
YouTubers'
and the
names,
child and the
right?
family unit. Ooh-wee.
And injecting yourself into other people's platforms that are not talking about that specific person in an attempt to cause division and strife between them. Did I get some info? You dropped in my box. Inbox. No, I didn't. I don't know what you dropped. I have to check my messages, man. I have to check my messages.
This topic sounds sad. He's like you can put a bullet in his mouth.
But I just don't get that because Mike Larry has nothing
I don't like
to do
Tyra
with
now.
this
I like the
at
old
all.
Tyra when that nigga was cussing and
But
slamming
I
shit.
guess let's go.
Tommy, you don't fuck
Dimensional.
up,
What you
nigga.
promote does not come with a positive
The
end state.
Midwest is a no-fly
What you
zone,
promote
nigga.
does not come with a positive end state. That means
Facts. I've been saying this. I just didn't use the word instinct. What Tommy does and what he promotes, there's nothing positive at the end of the rainbow, except for the money that he receives by doing what he does. Right? What is the positive message? What is the positive outcome? What is the positive, what is the result that you are, what is the positive message that you are trying to send about, this degrading of the black community, women and men and children, right? At the end of the day, what?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a pause for the calls, and I'm not kissing Tommy Sotomayor ass and whatever the fuck, whatever. 'Cause like I said, that nigga ain't paying me, whatever. Look here, you and I both seen it, and I'm talking to you, the ones on the chat. Tommy Sotomayor has done a lot for the community. Tommy Sotomayor has paid people bills. He kept prostitutes money straight. Motherfucker, he bought niggas computers and shit. And you all these hoes and niggas and shit talking about how they uplifted by listening to him and he changed their life and shit. Females, they steadily go one-on-one. Ain't no other female I've seen cancel on the last minute, but we have seen True Freeman. Everybody he's supposed to do a one-on-one with, they bounced on his ass. So, but True Freeman talking about this ain't about shit, ladies and gentlemen. So that's all I had to say. And like I said, I'm not getting paid. And I wish I was though. Shit, nigga got bills.
You think is detrimental to them. You can't tell a child not to touch the fire on the stove because it's pretty to them. It looks pretty, right? Oh shit, this shit is crazy.
I said, okay. You
Pause. Let me move this mouse. I keep hitting this stuff. Is sensitive, man. You can't teach and educate a child not to touch a fire, right? The fire on the stove. If every time he try to touch it, he or she tries to touch it, you just curse them out, spank them on their ass, hand or whatever, but don't give them the reasons or the facts, right? That you're causing damage to yourself by touching this fire. A lot of times, even if they get burnt, the burn goes away after a while. If they're not taught why they shouldn't be doing this, and you're not giving them something else to do that would cause them to stop doing. I am not taking. Let me turn this off now, because I just don't understand you people. I really don't. This is not a call-in show. And this is the problem. These people that defend this guy, they just, I just don't know. Let me turn this shit off, because, you know, it's all about deflection and distraction, right? And that's what they're trying to do there. So, whatever. Anyway, let's just speed this up. If you are, there's no problem with addressing the bad shit in our communities, right? But if you're going to continue to address the bad things that takes place in our communities with the different ratchet people or whatever you want to call them, right? You have to come with a plug. You have to come with a solution. You have to come with a fix. What's the fix? You feel what I'm saying? You would think after all these years, this famous YouTuber, right, would have a fix. Would be able to come to a resolve with these people, right? But no, that's not the case, because that's not his intentions, because fixing the problem doesn't pay. Fixing the problem would put you out of business. It's no different than the pharmaceutical industry. If the pharmaceutical industry would actually make the medicine that they can make to cure you of your ailments, they would literally be putting themselves out of business. Hashtag facts. Why is it any different? Why do y'all think it's any different with what Tommy does? If he comes with a fix for what he complains about every day, he literally he literally bankrupt himself.
Big O, you right. Tyra gonna be tired. That's why I like Tyra when he just crazy and shit, talking shit. I ain't trying to hear that. That's why I think his old shit is this best shit.
Y'all see the comments in the chat? It's hilarious, ain't it? It's hilarious, right? Because they can't deal with the actual message and the facts. But let's just continue, because we're ignoring that today. I got a mod here, at least one right now, and they're taking care of it.
One-dimensional. What you promote does not come with a positive end state. What you promote does not come with a positive end state. That means I'm going to continue to bash. I'm going to continue to attack. I'm going to continue to ridicule. I'm going to continue to downgrade. You don't uplift. You don't come back and say, you know what, this is what bad looks like. But hey, this is what positive, this is what good looks like. You don't come back. There's no positive end state with you. You want people to constantly focus on the bad. You want them to constantly harp on the bad. And
Wait a minute, y'all have a question. Somebody can answer it if you want to answer. I don't care. But all these niggas and females talking about how Tommy Sotomayor is talking about how bad the black woman is and whatever. But yet you never see them talking about how positive the black woman is and how she's strong and the backbone of the family union. You never see them talk about positive things. Like Freeman got his own platform. He could talk about it or take a day and talk about how good the black woman is and how positive and strong she is. All these YouTubers that just coming after Tommy Sotomayor, or he just downgrading the black woman. He's always talking about how the black woman is messed up and it's her fault and all that stuff. But yeah, you got a platform. Why don't you talk about how positive she is? I don't understand. Maybe somebody can answer the question for me.
Making it to 30 is hard to do in the black culture or neighborhoods or communities, as y'all call it, right? A hard thing to do is make it to be 40, 41, 45, 50, 60 years old. And a lot of people that have made it that far, it's like they're so stuck in their ways that you will never be able to change them.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You
please
feel me? At almost
click that motherfucker like button.
at middle age 40s, right?
I'm not gonna ask y'all to donate because that's y'all money. And you do what you do
Someone
with
that
your own
doesn't
money.
have an open and objective mind cannot be
But please
reasoned
click the
with.
like button.
They're
And
stuck
please
in their
bring
ways.
more
And that's
viewers,
that.
people.
You
Every
understand?
view
And
and likes,
the
that's
truth.
one less Tyra don't get. And I appreciate it.
You know,
I know I'm right. These motherfuckers, all they do is
we have to
criticize
address
and
the youth,
talk down Tommy
right?
Sotomayor, and I'm not
And the
kissing
young
his
men.
ass and all the other
And
shit.
we
I'm
have
just
to
being
fix
real.
some
What's
of
right
these
is right. What's
issues by
wrong is
giving
wrong.
them a resolve
All
something
these niggas
better,
with
right? If
females
you're
with
going to tell a
platforms,
crackhead,
once you
for
do
example, if you're going to tell a crackhead that they need to go to rehab
this man got
and they
rich
need to get
doing
themselves
what he do.
together,
I'm not gonna say,
right?
well, man, you should do that. You should talk
You have
about
to
the
give
positivity of
them
the black woman.
something to where
Well, nigga, won't you
they
do
see
it?
the value inside of them, and they see that it is in their best interest and their family's best interest to seek help. You understand what I'm saying? You can't keep saying, you old dope fiend, you need to stop smoking that crack. That's why your teeth falling out. That's why you're going to die. That's why you're going to overdose. They just going to smoke more dope. They're just going to shoot more heroin. They're just going to snort more cocaine, smoke more crack. You know,
We
whatever
talking
their
about true
drug or
Freeman
drugs of
smoking that
choice
crack,
is.
teeth fucked up.
Because you're speaking down on them while claiming you're trying to help them. Does that make sense, y'all? You can't speak down on somebody and keep saying that you're trying to help them and get them to better themselves. So why are you only dealing with the negative in those people?
So here's my question: if
You're
that's the
literally
case,
just
then
trying
how
to
come
shit on them.
every black
And then
woman
that puts them in a state of
donate
mind where,
thousands
you know what I mean? They're going to
upon
do it
hundreds of
more.
dollars?
Because all you doing is shitting on them, man.
And you know, these are the women
You
that
don't
so
shit on
called
people.
that
You
hate
don't address the bullshit
Tommy
that they do
Sotomayor.
and then deal with that
This
person
is the man
specifically
that
and
all them
break down some
people
things to
sending
them,
all
give
them
them a
motherfucking
resolve in
gifts and
regards
shit.
to what they're doing.
All
Give them
Tyra
a
got
fix,
was a box
like
full
a
of shit
permanent
for his
fix.
birthday.
You know what I mean?
He can
The
barely
weed
get a
thing,
nigga
for
to send him
instance.
$5 unless he cry about it.
You know, he did a
On
well,
Sonetta's own
he do multiple
motherfucking
videos
show, and
about
I'm
the
not
weed and how
slick this
bad
now.
it
I'm just being
is,
real. Tommy Sotomayor got a
how
$1,000
unhealthy
donation
it
on
is for their
Sonetta's
body and their
own
skin.
show.
Now, in fact, that's true. You know what I mean?
Come on, dog. If
Women are losing
he's
their
such a bad
hairline.
person, how come he getting
You
all
know
these
what I mean?
donations?
Women are,
And Chastity and
you know,
Carrie was down with him from the start.
Here's the thing about this weed thing, and women can testify to this because he says that they got somebody else's hair in their head, and then I'd say at least 70 to maybe 85, 90% of black women that have weave in their hair, it's not someone else's hair.
Welcome back,
It's called synthetic for a reason. The majority
We
of
sit
women
back in the
with
cut
weave in
just
their
listening
hair,
to True Free,
right,
man.
is wearing
This is the
fake
calm, laid
hair.
back. He must took his meds
You know
today.
why? Because the majority of
Freeman.
black women can't afford real hair. You understand what I'm saying? Years ago, I addressed this issue as well because a lot of women that wear weave don't have hair up under there. They're bald headed. They have cancer. Do you know
Yeah, he
a
took his
lot
meds
of young
today.
babies, white, black, of all races, that had cancer and went through chemo and they have no hair? Do you know that white people and black people that got long natural hair or good natural hair or whatever, they go and get their hair cut off so that weaves and wigs can be made for children that have young girls that have a cancer and no hair?
True Freeman just lying like a
Should we
motherfucker. A
attack
lot of
them
females
because
don't want to
they're
deal with their hair,
wearing
so it's
somebody
easy for them
else's
to throw a
actual
weave on
hair?
or put a wig on
We're
and
talking
then go
about
on their
children now.
business.
We're talking about young women. We're talking about older women that catch cancer. You feel what I'm saying? They don't have to tell you their whole life story. But a lot of people wear wigs and weave because they're they have cancer.
No, you should
they have
ask
no
every
hair.
black woman you see who
You
had a wig
understand what
off.
I'm
Excuse me,
saying?
miss. You have cancer.
Should we shit on them as well?
Tyra said
Like
every
one
black
shits
woman
on
that wear weave has cancer.
women who wear weave for a choice, as a choice. You know, it just doesn't make sense. And I said this the other day, that if an individual has that big of a problem with black women wearing weave, why is this individual not traveling the country
Damn, Barker, you
doing
that's what I'm talking about. Leslie, you
shows,
got it. That's it right there.
seminars, titled something to the effect of "Ladies Only"? I'm not telling you what the title is. I'm just giving you know, a title so y'all can see where I'm coming from. Ladies only, because it should be all ladies, and he be the only man. If that is part of his mission, right? Don't you think
What's funny about
he
it
should
is
be going
everybody want to
around
be Tommy
and
Sotomayor, but they don't want Tommy Sotomayor's
talking
problem.
to them face to face, and they'll pay for it? You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, I don't want
That
to
made
be
no
Tommy
sense. What made
Sotomayor
no
because
sense?
you see what he go through, stress. You know what I'm saying? You
Thank
can't trust
If you
motherfuckers
say
because they
that
all
you
after
hate
you.
black women wearing
You
weave
got
and they don't need
females
to
steady
wear
using you
weave,
for
this is
money.
detrimental to them.
So
This
what,
is
you
harmful
fucking
to
bad
them.
bitches?
This is
Who give a
this,
fuck
that,
about
the
that? You
other,
can't trust
right?
them motherfuckers.
And you want them to
Niggas
change.
are
You
motherfucking
want them to better
snakes.
themselves. Don't you think that that's
They'll turn on your
if
motherfucking ass
that
in a
was
heartbeat.
actually your intent? Don't you
Your
think
baby
that
mama
you would
ain't
be
shit because she
traveling the
steady trying to
country
up
to
your child
educate
support because she
them
feel like you
personally
got
about this
money.
situation? The fact of the matter is, you would make more money. You know why?
Your family
Because
ain't
these
shit.
women
Them
would
niggas trying to
pay
use you
for it,
too.
right? These women would pay for it.
I'm good.
They
I'm
would
good.
actually
I
pay
ready to
to hear.
struggle
You
with
know
this
what I
9 to
mean?
5.
You would make a good living off of it. But reason why you won't, this is my opinion. The reason why I feel that he won't do that is because that's not his intent. You feel what I'm saying? Because that is not going to fare well on social media.
These niggas kill
Only
me,
drama and
man.
beef does.
All y'all
I mean, you gotta
motherfuckers
look
be
at just
sucking
deep
his dick.
inside
Why don't y'all
people
motherfuckers
sometimes.
do the platform talking about positive
Everybody that does
activity
something, they
of
do it
the
for a
black
reason.
woman or the
Everything
woman
that
in
I do
general?
for a reason. Everything that the trolls do, they do for a reason. Everything that anybody that got a YouTube channel in this sector, out this sector, the car
And these
sector,
people,
the
you
home
ain't gotta
improvement
watch Tommy
sector,
Sotomayor. Like Leslie say, you
the
ain't got to
racist
watch him.
sector, the criminal
You
sector,
choose
the
to.
gang sector, everybody does something for a reason. Huh? Can you get down to the basis and reason why they're doing what they're doing?
Money,
And does it make sense?
money,
Something to consider.
money. These niggas don't care about the black family.
So
They all about
Chris
themselves.
Sims says, so why don't you do it? Why don't I
Thank you.
do what,
Thank you. Thank you.
Chris? I've
Somebody
said
asked
a
this
lot,
question.
sir.
Why don't you talk about the
You know what I
positive
mean?
of the black
Brother, I've
woman?
said a lot. So what are you asking me? Why don't I do? I mean, I'll be more than happy to answer your question. I have no problem with that, bro. You don't have to agree with me. But if you're going to ask me a question, right, do me a favor, brother, and don't block it, right? If he does some stupid stuff, you know what I mean, whatever. But right now, don't. Can you do me a favor, bro? If you're going to ask me a question, can you be a little bit more specific, please? And I have no problem answering your question. Can you do that for me real quick, Chris? Brother Chris?
Niggas,
You have somebody in the
after you
chat
talking like
just
that,
said,
motherfucker don't even want to talk to you. Man, he's like, he
I'm
hang up.
obsessed with Tommy.
Yep.
You know? But I guess. Okay. That makes sense.
You're in
so
love.
why don't you do it? Okay, he said, talk about weaves. So you're asking me, why don't I talk about weaves? I'll give you the most honest answer I can give you.
He don't know. He ain't a female. He don't know.
Because it's not my business, for one, what a woman decides to put on her head. What a woman decides to put on her head and do with her hair, it's hers to do that, whether I agree with it or not. Another reason I won't talk about weaves. I don't know why you would want me to talk about weaves, but I'm going to answer your question. Another reason I don't talk about black women with weaves, right? Because we have bigger fish to fry. We have bigger issues, right? First of all, women wearing weave is not an issue. Women wearing weave doesn't physically affect us. You understand what I'm saying? A woman and I've said this before, a woman wearing weave, black women wearing weave every day is not killing black men,
That's
black children, black
$5
women. It's not killing
million you could put in the
it's not
black
harming
community.
anyone at all. What a
That's
woman
money you can
chooses
put
to
in the
put on her
black
hair,
community.
right? On her head.
So you are harming
Is that true or untrue? Is
the
that a fact?
community. Yes,
Is
you
that
are
a
harming.
fact?
There's other stuff you can do with that money.
Okay, here come Nicole. Here come Nicole. You know why? Because I'm speaking calm, cool, collectively, and peacefully, right?
Man.
And I'm speaking with common sense, right? And they're trying to flood my chat like they always do, and he's in here too, so that I start yelling, arguing, getting angered, and upset. I'm speaking too many facts. I've been doing this since day one. You feel what I'm saying?
Donna must have picked up his
I've been
prescription
doing
at
this since day one.
CVS.
Did I allow them at certain points to get me distracted from my original topic? Yes, I'm great ceased to do that. They're calling my phone right now, my Google number, but I got everything turned off, so it's not interrupting my show. They're posting things in my chat, and they're trying to gain my attention, to
Donna,
deflect
she about to go on them dates.
to direct me down a total different path from which I'm on
She tell you
today.
she had
I'm
to
not
work and she
allowing
be
them
going
to
on a
do
date.
it. So just pay attention to the chat, everybody. It's
Poor
gonna
Lola
get
getting
ugly
molested.
because it's a lot of them.
Lola getting PTSD.
It's gonna get ugly,
being fucked
and
over.
they hate when I do shows like this, right? Now, back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. A woman putting weave in her hair, a wig on her head, doesn't stop my bills from getting paid. Doesn't block children from being able to receive an education. Doesn't put black men, black children, black babies, black women in caskets 6 feet deep. Women wearing weave in their head doesn't cause deadly accidents. Drinking and driving does. Women wearing weave is not the reason why black men are killing each other at an alarming rate every single day, all day across the United States. Why I don't talk about weave, you ass? Because it doesn't affect me or my family by a woman wearing weave in her hair. It doesn't harm or affect our community or our culture by a woman wearing weave in her hair. That's why I don't talk about it. I don't get. He's trying to change black women. He's trying to make black women what he wants them to be. But then he doesn't want anything to do with those black women. So why does he care? It's a simple question. Simple question. Simple question. Now, Tommy's going to deflect because he's listening. And he's going to say, well, you got black women running in Asian stores stealing all this weave. It is harming our community. No, it's not. No, it's not. And I'm going to drop some real facts. A lot of that shit is propaganda. But a lot of it, when these young girls are actually stealing weave and everything. True. But how is it harming you?
Super Saiyan, I swear to God, this gotta be motherfucking
script. The
weave
itself,
this nigga ain't nobody this dumb.
not
I'm sorry, ain't nobody this dumb.
Right? The weave itself is not what's causing young girls to steal weave and run up in stores and steal shit like that, right? Steal hair like that, right? You know what's causing them to do that? It's their lust for it. It's no different than a dope fiend who smokes crack but ain't got no money to buy crack. That dope fiend is going to find a way to get some money to buy that crack that he's attracted to or infatuated with or addicted to. You feel what I'm saying? So them wearing weave itself is not the harm. The harm is them trying to get that weave so they can look their best for black men and other women. It's a personal issue between people, but some people don't understand what I be saying. But it is what it is. So what a man put on his show is his business, right? I'm going to try to be respectful with addressing your comment, right? First of all, your comment is way in left field. What does what comes out of a person's mouth have to do? How does it compare to what someone else puts on their body physically? Aleem Tech, you're making no sense, mister. You're making no sense. You're comparing women wearing weave in their hair to what someone says on their YouTube platform. Wow. Wow. That doesn't make sense at all, sir. Doesn't make sense at all. Not even in the slightest bit. See, I'm gonna give you an example of a better comeback, right? Or a better example or analogy you could have used, right? Like if I'm addressing the fact that what a woman puts on her head is not harming us or affecting us, right? You could have came back and said, well, so that means true that Tommy dyeing his beard doesn't harm us or affect us. Him dyeing his grays doesn't harm us and affect us. And I would have agreed. It's only harming him and affecting him personally. Because he made a point about the weave, and he said it's doing damage to their hair and this, that, there, other. In some cases it does. It's not the fact that it's real women hair, because most women wear synthetic hair, which is fake hair. It's not real hair. It didn't come out of another person's head. But that's the message he pushes about that, right? So if he felt, and I done a show about this years ago, and if he really felt that it's because of the harm and damage that it's doing to their bodies, their cells, and all that other crap, right? He would also agree that the weave is doing, not the weave, the dye that he uses to dye his beard, which I don't have a problem with it. That's him. It doesn't hurt me. It hurts him.
Yep.
I just use that
pretty
as
much
a point
the same. Yep.
To the so-called point that he made about the weave women wear and the damage that it does to their body or their head, right? But by that logic, that dye that just for men that has all them chemicals in it that he puts on his beard and in his hair to dye the grays is also doing that same harm. That's a fact. That's an example. That's an analogy. That's not a diss. That's not disrespectful. That's telling the truth. Right? Okay then. Moving right along. Good point. That's right. Facts. A man making videos don't harm anyone too, right? Hey, listen to me. You need to step your game up, bro. Cause you way off base. I don't know, man. I don't know. You way off base. Right, true. 10 toes down. Hit the like people. They big mad. You know what's crazy? This is the most likes
hit the
I've seen in
motherfucking
a while,
likes.
and the likes are keeping up with the
Hit the likes,
dislikes.
the
It's
motherfucker.
55 and
Get more
55.
people
That's
up in the
shocking. That's
chat.
very shocking.
That's more or less he didn't get.
Tommy is envious of black women, so he despises them. Speaking big facts, true.
Wow. And he's majority black women when he fuck.
Speaking each other.
Yeah, right.
This is the truth. They're scared of being calm and dropping facts. Get them, brother. Yep.
And they been hyping this nigga up.
I've said this before a few times.
Yo, Trifle.
I'm through.
I'm glad you here.
Angry.
I appreciate it.
Smash
that motherfucker like for your boy.
I'm through being angry. You know what I mean? It's a work in progress. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is. They're stealing all the things they want, not just weave. Great point. Great point. I mean, because we can go to YouTube and see how many black men, black women, kids, white men, white women, white children that's on social media just running amok, stealing whenever they get the opportunity to steal and take something that don't belong to them. And it just is what it is. People in poverty steal what they can't afford and feel like they want or need it. It's different when you need it. It's called survival of the fittest. Black women don't need weed. It's a want.
All right, I appreciate it.
That's another thing. People
Well, tell your family and friends, man. I keep them entertained.
Understand or comprehend
We got a
the
cool
difference
ass
between a
motherfucking
want and
room.
a need. I could want a Maybach. I don't need one. I just want one. But I don't want one. But I'm just using myself as an example. Right? I just want a high dollar car, right? But I don't need a high dollar car. All I need is a car to get from A to B.
Man, nigga,
You
shut
feel
the
what I'm
fuck
saying?
up, man. If you had
The
Tommy
want comes
Sotomayor
in
money, you
when you're
wouldn't
trying
even
to
be with Donna.
impress
You've
someone.
been left
Or
off
you
fat
want
ass.
it, just want it for yourself because you like it. But it's a want.
You be driving
versus
around
a
in a
need.
badass car.
You know what I mean?
You be in rental
And I
mansions
think
just like him.
have a misunderstanding about the difference between a want and a need. That's just my opinion. Doesn't make it facts for you, but it is for me. You feel me? Mr. Freeman isn't taking calls today. Sure, I sure am not. Okay. He has a problem with women using weed, not bothering anybody, but he buys prostitutes and most likely is spreading diseases.
But that's he doing it with his own money.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
the money he make off donations. Well, anyway.
Crazy.
That's his own money.
Flowers
Shit, if
for
y'all have
you.
money like that, you
Now,
be
you've
buying
been around in a
prostitutes.
while,
Some
Flowers for
prostitutes
you. How you
dead as
doing?
fuck, so I don't give a fuck
How
what
you
y'all
doing,
talking about.
sis? Flowers for you says true. You and Jay Black are the coldest thing getting that Tommy fact. It'll be just Jay Black here soon. You know what I mean? It'll be just Jay Black here soon. Cause
Yay! One less.
it's just
It's True Freeman throwing in the towel. We've been waiting for this.
You feel me? That's
Breaking
all I'm
news,
gonna say.
nigga. Breaking news, nigga.
Keeping a cool, level head. I see you, bruh. I have to. I'm 41 years old. I'll be 42 this year.
Donna must be
You know what
saying
I'm saying?
something.
Hell,
She wants some of that True Freeman. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee, ooh
can't
motherfucking
change
wee.
what all these people done. You know what I mean? But I could deal with it differently. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. I'm wore out in regards to this internet back and forth. I'm wore out.
Ain't nobody really going back and forth
You know
with
why?
you. You
It's
only
not
fucking with
changing
trolls.
now.
You can adore trolls. You choose
So at a certain point in time, when you
to deal
see
with them.
that
True Freeman ain't really fucking with you.
what you are trying to do to create a change
ain't
is
really
not
fucking with
actually
you.
creating a change, it becomes at a certain point you have to then, step back and just say, fuck it. Fuck it. For real. And that's what I'm weighing right now. You know what I
Yay.
mean?
We can have a party.
It's not changing anything. You know what I mean? When I originally started YouTube, you can go back into my archives. I was actually affecting change
The Grim Reaper, what up?
in regards to
All y'all
the
new
system
people
and
in
how to deal
my
with it.
chat, y'all need.
Not
Hope
back
y'all
down.
subscribing.
Not, you know what I mean? Help countless people.
You're welcome.
out,
Just be respectful.
actually creating real change. And I'm starting to realize that even though I just want the best for people,
Shut up,
this back
nigga.
and
You just want
forth stuff
motherfucking money.
It's not
The
changing
Federal Reserve
nothing.
notes.
It isn't.
Ooh-wee.
And I don't think it ever will.
Y'all not financially supporting me, but you let Tommy get rental matches and rental whores, and I'm just
We're all
fucking
connected to
that fat
psychological
ass
needs.
Donna
That's a great point.
and living in that
That's a
squatter
great point.
house. Molesting
16 through
Lola.
19. What up, homie? What up, homie?
Ooh, motherfucking wee. Ooh, wee.
Please don't leave YouTube, brother, Mr. Freeman. Why do people keep thinking that that's what I mean? Do y'all know that I was on YouTube before any of these people?
Yep, and you
Do
didn't get
y'all
a
know
dime
that
until Tommy showed you could get
come
monetization
on now.
off the
Come on.
channels.
Why does everybody
Yes, we
when I
do
say
know that.
take it as if I believe YouTube? I ain't never said that. Right on. I had to talk to my wife for a second. Anyway, yeah, forgot my point. Forgot. Oh, I was talking about that. So no, I mean, I've been on YouTube since 2008. It's just actually, I have too many skills and abilities in which, um, you know, I can cause change in certain things. Dwayne says he's
What you
only
call
going
a
to
spade a
change. He said,
spade.
"Oh, it's only going to change when
Donna
that boy
getting
is
tired
in
of the
the 4x4
bullshit.
sale."
Just crying the pop slap now.
Mr. KT 101. Let me see if that's Mr. KT 101, and I have to verify because you have a
Well, I
lot of
appreciate
people
that. I appreciate
who
every little bit
actually
helps. Every little
clone
bit
people,
helps.
and they try to stir up beef between YouTubers
Ladies
or
and gentlemen, you see how
content
easy that
creators or
was?
whatever. Yeah, that's Mr. KT. That's Mr. KT. All right,
That's
the
one
and
or
only.
two
Okay, so we
less
confirm
subscribers
that.
True Freeman don't
So let me
get.
drop this link
Them
again
views
in the
True
chat.
Freeman don't get.
You know, sub to
Shit,
the.
if I can get
I
y'all
dropped
to
the link
start
in the chat and
donating,
it
y'all
jumps
make your
back
boy
to
happy.
my
But you know, it's a work in progress. We'll
live
get you there. We'll get y'all
it's
there.
like, this is crazy. I gotta shut some things down and try to clean some things up. Because after a recent show I did, it got ugly.
Yeah, it got nutty. You nutted up and shit. That shit
Okay,
was
there
ugly.
you go. Okay, let's go back up. Mr. KTU 101. I said 100. 101 says, Mr. Freeman, I was told you were live about the minute Tommy Sotomayor issue. I appreciate hearing your feedback, and I hope my video gives clarity on what content can what content can be to promote real change. Oh yeah. Actually, it's crazy because I got old videos where I actually spoke like this and spoke on issues like that in regards to change. One of the videos I did, it may be on private, Mr. KTU, because they were trying to.
I'm waiting for Tyler to slice his wrist.
But I did a video.
I read about his ass in
a
the
couple
motherfucking paper.
years ago, maybe 3 years ago.
It's coming.
In which,
that's that train wreck we always say it's coming.
It was titled, "If you abandon the black woman, you abandon the child." Very positive.
Yeah, I do. Right? I do troll him.
Straight facts, straight evidence. Right?
Yeah, I do. I do it in my own
straight
way.
Straight common sense, straight logic.
I point out facts that he put on his own motherfucking words that he don't like. Tyra mentioned my motherfucking name numerous times.
You abandon your child, but in black society or the black community or the black family unit, the family unit is broken up either by the male or the female or both that have a child in common. In which, when one
you stalking and harassing my family. Yup mouth. Yup mouth.
Doesn't want anything to do with the child.
Don't mention that nigga name.
The man doesn't want anything to do with the woman anymore. Then a lot of women are going to hold their child back from them. Just because you guys are not together doesn't mean that you're still not a family. It's still a family unit. It's a family unit because you have a child. How you gonna talk about a family unit? Your son's a convict. Your stepdaughter, or not even your stepdaughters. Them chicks that live with the Donna's daughters. They don't like your black ass and they use you as a motherfucking babysitter. You hear the little rugrats in the background. Donna ain't shit. She been working at motherfucking Arby's for what 17 plus years. Just a crew member. You're not with that.
You ain't shit. You only got a 4th grade education.
it automatically destroys the
crackhead, con
family unit.
man, manipulator,
So we have to fix that
liar,
as a people by being able to,
squatter.
as
You live in a squatter
adults
house.
that are
You
in a
lost Donna's
relationship,
motherfucking house because you didn't want to pay
you feel what I'm
tax,
saying?
her
And we have
taxes
a
on her
child
house. So
in
you got
common.
her
When we
kicked
break
out of her
up or
house.
we
So you got to go
split,
to
we
some
have
squatter
to
house.
stay cordial with each other for the betterment of the child we have in common.
Later.
We're supposed to love, both love. If you love your child, if the man loves his child, if the woman loves the child that she have with that man, but they don't love each other, if they cause strife and fight back and forth between each other, the person that's more affected negatively is the child or children that you have in common. And I don't get how a woman and a man can do that between each other when they have a child or children in common and claim that they love their children, but everything they're doing towards each other is harming their children. One parent is trying
He gonna be
to
streaming on motherfucking live. You know what time it is, trifle, triple. You know what time it is. He don't give a fuck about them grandkids.
You know what I mean? I done another video.
You hear the motherfuckers in the background.
I was addressing the fact of child support. First of all, child support is a con. It's a scam. You understand what I'm saying? First and foremost, the male and the female was the only two in bed having sex with each other. These systems and government has no business injecting themselves into our life. We as adults should be able to sit down and come to some logical conclusion or agreement in regards to the support of the child, being that we're not going to be in a physical relationship. We have to share these responsibilities.
I bet you 10 to 1 child gonna be fucked up tomorrow on that skull. That nigga gonna be fucked up tomorrow.
So when the child is created, we have to share this responsibilities of raising that child, taking care of that child.
Motherfucker, ooh-wee.
You know what I mean? And going into the system is not one, because if the man is constantly sent to jail for failure to pay child support, he can't pay child support in jail. But child support goes way beyond a physical, it goes way beyond a monetary amount given to the other partner, the custodial parent. Child support is this. And I've done many streams on this shit. Even long before I even found out who Tommy was, I've been talking about this shit. Let me explain to y'all what some of the things of child support is, then I'm going to read a few more chats, and then we're going to get back to this positive message by this brother. Because I feel is this brother going to be attacked and called a stalker and everything else here in the book. But let me give you some examples of child support, because when child support, when a lot of men do YouTube videos or commentary, which is fair, on the child support system and family structure and different shit like that, right? Why is it that the majority of people that talk about child support, it has to do with money? Because see, child support is not only making sure your child gets the things that they need, right? A child don't need Christmas gifts. That's extra. A child need clothes on their back. A child need a roof over their head. A child needs shoes on their feet. A child need food in
Thank you, Vampire. I think so.
A child need hot and cold water so they can take a bath and drink water when they're thirsty. You know what I mean? So that's, there's
the more I listen to the true female, I get headaches.
Funds needed to make those things happen.
Them females that put motherfuckers on child support, they trying to hear that shit. Right? They give a fuck if you spend time with your kids. They want their motherfucking money. Your black ass is doing some time in the motherfucking county. So what the fuck you talking about is a bunch of bullshit.
That costs. You feel what I'm saying?
You don't hear the judge say, well,
when they talk
your
about
mouth, we see that you need to do either spend some time with your kids or you're gonna do 30 days in the clank.
You know what child support is? Even though you're not with the mother, you show up.
Yo, no, I can't do that. I got other hoes to fuck, and I gotta smoke this shit. And I gotta get my drink on.
You work.
Come on, man.
Obligated to come in. You feel what I'm saying?
These females want that motherfucking money. If you a rich nigga, you even want that motherfucking money even more.
Child support is when your child is having issues in school and you're not with the parent, that you actually go to the PTA meetings. Unless you can't get off work. I mean, you gotta work to feed yourself and feed, you pay your child support and put gas in the car.
Tara made me want to go smoke something.
Pay your bills and all that. So I know sometimes you can't take.
How the fuck is he gonna be a role model talking
But
about
for the
fatherhood. This
most part,
nigga,
a lot of y'all don't
the
even
way
have
Doris
jobs.
talking about his black ass, Doris said he was the
For the
worst
most
father
part,
around. He
a lot
said
of
his
y'all that
younger
complain
brother
about
was
this
more
don't
of a
even work.
father
Y'all
than
sit on social
Tyra
media
is. So
all
y'all
day.
listen to this bullshit.
For the most part, a lot
His
of y'all
own
that complain
Donna's
about this
daughter said the nigga ain't shit.
situation,
They said they hated his
you don't
black ass.
even
His
work.
own
You out in
motherfucking
the hood
words. They
gang
hated
banging
his
every
black
day.
ass.
You feel me? Child support is when your child gets sick and got to go to the hospital. You stop what you're doing and get to that hospital to make sure your child is okay.
Yeah, he said that's child support.
Child support
You
is
know how
when
many
the other
motherfucking niggas would be
parent
so
needs
happy if
your
the
help
judge say, well, you
outside of
gotta
the
spend some time
agreements in
with your
regards to y'all
kids.
child in common.
You ain't gotta pay
You
this
come to
child
the
support. $500. I know
right.
you ain't got the
I can
job to
sit
pay the
here all
$500.
day
Just
and
spend some time with
address
your
what
kid.
child support really is and what it fully consists of. But the majority of men out here actually only equate child support to making a payment to the system in which they allow themselves to get involved in. I even gave y'all a solution to shut down this child support system years ago.
What's the
Nobody's
solution?
listening.
What's the
You
solution?
know why
Tyler?
a lot of y'all aren't listening? Because you're
Because you
not
ain't talking
trying
about
to be
shit. You a
cordial with
dumb
each
nigga
other
with a
as a
4th
man
grade
and a woman that
education.
have a child in common. If you're trying to be cordial with each other, you can come to a conclusion or agreement in contract.
Most of them hoes don't want to hear that shit.
Into an
They mad and
agreement
they scorn.
being
And they
that
want
y'all
to
are
hurt your
separate,
black ass because they
being
see
that
you
y'all are
doing better with
depart,
the other
but you can't
bitch.
fully depart because you have a
So what you talking
child
about
in
is
common.
bullshit. Or
You
they
feel what I'm
mad
saying?
because you left their ass. So they gonna hit your ass where it hurts, in the pockets.
And
Let's
what
see
I
what
don't
this
get about
motherfucker say.
most men is they sit up in relationships when they with the woman and everything is all peaches and cream. They dropping that bread. They taking care of their child. They doing this, they doing that. But the minute they break up, it's now because she gonna buy some weave with the child support money. And now because she gonna go to the club with the child support money. I mean, a lot of men make up excuses as to why they don't want to pay child
I
support.
hear you, man. That's why I said I get a headache listen to this nigga, man. For real, for real.
If you're a real man, you're gonna support your child by any means necessary.
All right,
And
peace.
that's my point.
Bam.
Right? So let me hurry up because I want to play with the brother. I didn't even mean to speak that much, but everything that I do is off the top of the dome. So.
Yep. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor.
Yeah, I asked y'all to handle the chat a little differently today. You know, blatant disrespect and all that fine, disagreement and certain things. Just let them expose themselves. All right, long as it ain't no family stuff. They not calling me by my real name. I love my real name, but I ask you all to call me True Freeman. You know what I mean? So they can't respect me, then they gotta go. And if you disagree with me, I don't see that as disrespect. So they have every right to disagree. You just can't disagree while slick dissing me and doing that petty stuff. Man. It just doesn't fare well with me. But anyway, you okay? You speaking on so I'm gonna change them. Man, I'm gonna skip a few comments because I got to get into the plate. You know what I mean? Get back into this. Nobody heard of them until okay. I don't get that 420 time. Oh, you're talking. Okay, you're talking the 18 to 19. Okay, so I ain't gonna worry about that. And I would appreciate it if y'all stay on topic as well, right? Don't let them stress you out, G. Since when did he start speaking this way? I've been speaking this way from day one. Do you know? Or, I mean, you want to put that on the
somebody said
table
it.
because my channels are still up. My videos are just on private.
Motherfucker,
When
please.
did I start speaking
Bitch,
this
you
way?
just started speaking like
I
this.
can go back into my archives, right? Which I could go back in regards to my True Freeman 1 that's still up. My original True Freeman, which is still up. I can go back to 2011. I originally created the channel in 2008. Shut it down. People weren't receiving my message, so I wasn't gonna waste my time. Right? When did I start speaking about like this? I've been speaking like this from day one. Facts. When my family and my personal life came under attack, I started speaking different. That's just what it is. Now, Liz says, Latanya, since when did who start speaking this way? Talking about me. The government gets their cut from your child support. That's a fact, Sweet D. That's why we need to keep them out of it. Right? Because when I was on child support, I was ordered. I know for a fact when I was on child support, I was ordered to pay 90. I think it was like $90 a week in child support. And at the end of the month, she was receiving $20 or $30 from the state, right? Because the state was taking the rest off the top. That's a fact. And I created a resolve for that. I talked about a resolve for that. Keep them out your business and be real adults and parents and come to some type of logical agreement that makes sense for everybody in regards to supporting your child that needs to be supported that's underage. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, To Them Mud says, I think child support should be spent on the child and nothing else. I disagree. The woman has to have lights on. The woman has to have a house, a roof over their head. That's called rent. The woman has to have lights on in the house for the child. If not, the state is going to come in and take them. That's support for the child, right? The woman has to have running water in that household. That's support for the child. That woman has to have food in the refrigerator. That's support for that child. That woman may need a vehicle to get that child back and forth to school because he's not on the public bus, and getting to doctor's appointments and things like that versus having to get on the bus and take a 2-hour trip on the bus one way to get to the hospital. When I can go on and on and on, right? Child support is not buying that child what that child wants. Child support is making sure that that child has the necessities in life. Long as that child has those necessities in life, somebody's paying for it in that woman's household. So when she receives child support from the father of the child, when she's already been supporting the child, long as the child gets what he needs, you can't dictate what she does with what's left over. You feel what I'm saying? I may do a show on that down the line sometimes. I don't think a lot of people really clearly understand. So if if a woman receives child support and the lights are about to get cut off, do she pay the child support or do she buy the child some new Jordans because the child wants some Jordans? When child support comes in, you don't hand the money over to the child. A lot of people think you should. Why? So the child can go out and
so it's okay for the woman, and I'm not saying it's okay for the woman to have new wig done, new outfit on, all that, whatever. And you look at the kid, and the kid look like shit. How many videos have y'all seen about the man pays child support, and the woman looks better than the child?
She's supposed to give the child support money to the child.
How many episodes have we seen? True Freeman, he's full of shit. He's not even an honest person.
Cut off, or they get kicked out because she ain't paid rent. She gave the money to the child. Then what y'all gonna say?
Then we get rid of her and put him in the foster care because mama's stupid as fuck.
Skip the rest of the comments. Let's get to this because I mean, I got. And then every time, never mind, I'm not even gonna speak on that. It just is what it is. So let's get back into this. All right, I'm gonna let him speak. I'm not, you know what I mean. I'm gonna try not to cut in too much.
The people that you know in your life, do all of them fit that narrative in reference to women? Do all of them fit that narrative? Do you happen to have a positive woman in your life? And if so, where is she? Who is she? Give people an example of what right looks like. Because if you don't do that, then what you do is you constantly tear people down. And when you constantly tear people down, guess what? You're keeping them in a rut. You're keeping them feeling shameful. You're keeping them feeling degraded. That's abuse, brother. That's abuse. That's verbal abuse. That's verbal abuse. And I don't understand. And maybe it's because the Soto Nation don't have any doctors in it. Huh? Maybe because they don't have any people, anybody that's a brother, that's a mother, that's a sister, that's an uncle, that's a cousin, that's a role model. Maybe they don't. Because here's the thing, while people are applauding your efforts, now they need to be asking the common sense questions. And that's why you have such an issue with anybody who promotes common sense. Is that right? JB Gunner, Zone, and how many other countless people who have followed you, supported you, given you money, given you time, right, to support your fatherless America and everything else, and you turned around and you now ridiculing them. You now have an issue with them because they got bigger than you, because their personality, where you thirst for attention, you thirst to be a celebrity, because that's what you want to do. You strive to be those things, okay? You got mad because somebody else around you in your circle that was supporting you, guess what, got bigger than you. But that's their God-given attribute. You know what I learned? Because I had this issue with somebody else. It's like this. You can't get mad because somebody else's star power is brighter than yours. That's their gift.
That go out
if
to
they
Freeman.
can do things that's better than you, then that's their gift. What you do is you say, man, hey, I applaud your effort. I appreciate that. Because I get a chance to witness that up close instead of being from afar. Tommy Sotomayor, you are, and I'm not going to call you a name, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down some things real clear, because what you do is you like to pause the video and say an insult, say a joke, or whatever the case may be, to throw people off from the message. But you know what? Every time you say, well, he only has 500 subscribers, for some reason, from your little broadcast, I get 1 or 2 more subscribers. So congratulations. But what I want to break down.
Again, I don't know why every time someone makes videos about him and deal with just the issues that they have with them, that it then goes back to, well, he only got 3 subscribers. He only got 5 subscribers. He only got 3 people watching his live stream. He goes to shaming people. But you know what's crazy? I remember when KTU, right, 101, was doing positive videos about Tommy while speaking about those who he didn't agree with that were making videos on Tommy, but he was respectful to everybody. You know, Tommy didn't have anything to say when he was making videos in defense of Tommy. So why can you tell somebody how good they are, pat them on the back, toot their horn, say good things about them and nice things about them that you agree with, but when you don't agree with something, why is it that you can't speak on what you disagree with? Why is it that long as I'm cool with you, in order for me to be cool with you, I have to speak highly of you at all times? Well, if you're doing something that is not considered respectful to me or appreciative, or something that I want to be a part of, why is it that I can't speak on that? If I can speak on positive things that you do, I should also be able to speak on the negative that I see you do. If I can tell you good job when you do good jobs, or if I can tell you great show if you do a great show, I also should be able to peacefully be able to tell you when you do fuck boy and girl shows or fuck boy and girl things. And anyone that has an issue with that, then it's too many self-centered people out here. Let's continue.
To you real quick is clout chasing.
Yep.
Okay, brother, let me tell you something. I am a father of 4. Okay, I am engaged. I am a retired Army veteran. I am a big brother. I am a role model. I am a community leader.
Damn,
okay.
Damn, Tyra, he do more shit than you do.
Regularly hops on YouTube to address certain things that I see that concerns me as a black man, as a father, as a role model, as a community leader, and as a subscriber to certain channels. Okay? I like to think outside the box. I like to have intelligent conversation. I don't believe in throwing a bunch of slanderous accusations at people. However, when I address people, I address them based on the information that I have researched and that I have seen for myself. It's not about what everybody else said. It's what I.
And I did the same exact thing. I go back to my in the attacks game. I see the attacks that are about to come. Watch. He's talking time. Come on, people, come on.
Have research for myself. You pride yourself on saying that you are a journalist or you are a journalist, right? Amongst other things. And my thing about it is I guess I'm just kind of taken back at the way you do your research. The way you do your research or whatever case may be. Because if you've done your research, then you would know that, okay, the person you're dealing with, okay, research and development was a part of my job. That's just a small smidgen, right? Research.
And you know what's crazy? If everybody who remembers knows about my original channel, that's still up. Just a lot of things are on private. Research and development was in fact a part of my initial platform. It just dealt with the corrupt judicial system. Facts. I did research and I guided people to change, which in fact is part of development. I actually, in fact, right, am the reason for most people that frequent in social media and had issues with the judicial system of robbing them, fabricating probable cause affidavit, you name it. I made it comfortable for people to go into the legal system and deal with these corrupt officials, judges, prosecutors, district attorneys. Based on what? Facts, evidence, backed by your own research. And then I led people to the knowledge that these people were not even abiding by the law as it was written. You guys call it a loophole. Call it what you want.
Research and development was a part of my job. So I've now researched Tommy Sotomayor based on the things that you yourself have put out on social media. Forget what somebody else said. Forget baby mamas. Forget whoever don't like Tommy Sotomayor. I'm going off of what Tommy Sotomayor, the man, has stated publicly.
Isn't that exactly what I was doing, fam? Isn't that exactly what I was doing? Hashtag facts if that's true. Going off of exactly what he said or exactly what he portrayed in his video.
I was trying to lay here and listen to the
gave my
videos, but I
opinion on
got these
certain
little
shit.
crosscasting.
But the gist of it was straight facts based on the words that came out of his mouth or the actions that he displayed on his YouTube channel to the people.
Now, here's the thing when you put things publicly. When you put things publicly, you say, this is what I think is funny. This is what I think is right. This is what I think is credible. This is what I think is reasonable. This is how you handle problems, address problems. This is me. Now, the only way those things could be false if you decided to say, oh, well, I'm just doing this for social media.
But I was looking at how other
It's
people's
basically
videos,
called
even with
PRS. Like with his brother speaking on, he may agree or disagree with what I'm about to say. It's basically called PRS. A problem. You see a problem. You react to the problem, but you have no solution. Not PMS, PRS. Problem, reaction, solution. You see a problem, you react to the problem, but you lack the solution to the problem that you reacted to. Hopefully that makes sense.
Based on my research, you have not done that. That means everything that you have put out, whatever propaganda, whatever slanderous actions, whatever you've done to disrespect and downgrade other people.
Stop. Shout out to everybody that's listening. See, this is crazy. I haven't seen this. It's 94 thumbs up, 90 thumbs down. There should not be 90 thumbs down. You ask me, it should be 1 thumb down. But it's always 90 thumbs down and 6 or 7 or 12 thumbs up, even though there be 100, 140, 150, sometimes, a couple times 200 people in the building. You feel what I'm saying? So salute to the people that's taking the time to thumbs up, because I'm speaking with common sense, logic. I'm coming peacefully, and it is what it is.
That is you. That is your thought process and how you think as a black man. So when another black man sees this and says, yeah, I got some concerns about that. Now here's the thing, brother. I personally hope to God that you are the father to your kids that a lot of men are not to their children. And that means taking care of them, making sure that they're good or whatever case it may be. And let me harp on that real quick. As a dad, we both know, man, listen, it's going to be tough growing up in America. And the reason why it's going to be tough is because there's so many things against.
Now, he's about to say some serious shit, right? And what's crazy is I said the same shit, just said it a different way, right? Right? I want y'all to pay attention. I want y'all to pay close attention.
Black people. It is so many things against black people. Now, this is not to say that, well, let's talk about white people. No, this is us. Sometimes the biggest hater, sometimes the biggest procrastinator, sometimes the biggest hurdle is us. How we think and how we operate, which is the reason why I say my biggest concern is your platform, because I say, okay, well, if we are going to point out the bad, at what point do we point out the good? And instead of saying, you know what? Okay, I may need help pointing out the good. Oh, okay, gotcha. I can help you out, brother. But you don't deflect it and say, well, you don't tell me how to do my platform, brother. Listen, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. You do what you want to do, and you live with that.
Facts.
You do what you want to do.
You do what you want to do, but you have to live with the consequences and repercussions by what you chose to do. And you are the one that's going to have to deal with that. The problem, though, that I have with him is that he doesn't realize that what he's doing and he chooses to do, which is his own free will. He's a grown man. He doesn't have to answer to a mother or father because he's a grown man. I feel he's answering to somebody else, but what you're failing to realize is that your young children are going to have to face this at some point in time. And I don't think it's going to be good for them. That shouldn't have been brought into this equation. Okay? The things that you have chose to do online, on social media, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, on live streams, on talk shows and different things, right? I personally feel, excuse me, that your children are going to be subjected in the future to some things that, because of, they're going to be subjected to some ridicule, some harassment, possibly a lot of things which I don't believe would be fair to them. But we have to take into consideration that you brought them into this equation, so that at a certain point in time, when they get older, you see what I'm saying? Teenagers, young adults, etc. I don't think that you, this is just my personal opinion, I don't think that you, Tommy, as a man, a so-called loving father took into consideration the things or fully took into consideration the things that you have chose to do publicly and how it is potentially going to negatively affect your daughters that you tell us you love. That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead and live with that, brother. But the fact of the matter is, as a man, I addressed you as a man. Period. Period. All of this crap about using another YouTuber to gang up on you, that was never the case. That was never the case. And here's the thing. Even though I have an issue about what that other YouTuber did against you, I definitely have an issue with that. I definitely didn't like that.
Hold up for a second. I find it odd that I mentioned the likes versus dislikes, and all of a sudden, they made sure that they came in here and superseded the likes, right? Like they're in competition with you people who like what I'm saying and like what brother KTU 101 is saying. I don't think it's the fact that they actually disagree with what we're saying. They just are brainwashed to have a cult mentality, right? This is a problem in our culture. This is a problem. If somebody speaks truth, if somebody is speaking positive, if somebody is speaking with common sense that equals logic, what's all the hate for? But it's all good. What's all the dislikes for? Because your dislike is not about my message, given the fact that y'all had countless dislikes, about 20-something dislikes before I even started the stream. Before I even said one word, there was already about 20 dislikes. I think a lot of people's mental has been sacrificed. Okay, let's continue.
Shit, right when I found out about it, I didn't like the shit that she did to me, but
I have no idea who he's talking
there was never any intentions to gang up on you. The same way that I stated those concerns back when I said those concerns on her platform is the same thing I'm saying now. What that promotes is consistency. That's what that promotes. See what I'm saying? However, the instinct is if you have a platform, especially as a black man or a black woman, and you're addressing certain issues, whether it's fathers, whether it's mothers, whether it's wives, whether it's husbands, whether it's children, whether it's success, whether it's spirituality, whether it's finance, whatever it is.
See, it keeps doing this dumb shit instead of just pausing. Here's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to be sure, right? Now, in the future, Mr. KTU 101 could do negative videos about me. You know what the difference between if he did do some videos that I perceive to be negative, if he did do them in regards to certain things or what he feels about me, I think it'll be respectful. You feel what I'm saying? I may not agree with it, but I think it'll be respectful. You feel what I'm saying? I want y'all to go back and check the brother channel out, right? Because like I said, I've been aware of this brother for a long time. It's just the fact that when I came across some of the videos of him speaking highly of Tommy, I took offense to it because I took offense to the dialogue in a sense. I'm being honest. I'm just telling you what the truth is in real time as I'm thinking about it. I took somewhat of an offense, right, from his videos that were speaking of the positive things that came from Tommy. There is some positive statements within his shows. I said this from day one, right? But for every positive or every common sense or logical thing that Tommy may say, he come right back and bite his own head off by what he says after, which destroys what I believe the positive or factual thing he may have said. I've broke this down before. There's enough people out here tooting his horn. There's not enough people telling him the truth about things that they disagree with in regards to what he's doing. And I tried that in the beginning, and I came under attack by Tommy lying. I made 3 to 4 videos about Tommy respectfully first, before Tommy started responding. When Tommy started responding first, which was in 2016, Tommy turned around and told people lies about me when my first 3, 4, 5 videos, only one of those had his name in the title because I was directly speaking to him. The others, I titled it something else, but he was one of the people that I was addressing, but I never said his name in the video. And people can confirm that because I've played it over and over and over again. From that point on, Tommy tried to shame me in the public by lying. And at a certain point, I went to a whole new level. Everybody knows this to be true, whether you're going to agree with it or not. I have the receipts. If I got receipts for buying a Dickie outfit from Walmart, when I get to the door and the security there saying that I didn't pay for that, and I show the receipt, you see the receipt, get the fuck out my face and let me leave this business that I just patronized. If you don't, we're going to have an issue. Because first and foremost, you should never be checking me anyway. You feel what I'm saying? I use crazy analogies, or I don't call them crazy. Some people do. I use common sense analogies. That's what I do. A lot of people don't want to hear it. And I think that at a certain time, the PRS, not PMS, problem, reaction, solution. I think in the midst of what one's reaction was to a problem that I wanted to address, that it steered me a little bit away from the solution. Some of y'all don't even understand what the fuck I just said. And quite a few of you do. Some of the shit I just said don't make sense to a lot of you, but it makes sense to some of you, right? And I believe only those with an open and objective mind that could sit on the sideline and be fair when watching the Super Bowl, even though this is your favorite team, you're being fair to both sides. You feel what I'm saying? Based on what's actually happening on the field. Another analogy I use. What the fuck does sports have to do with what you're saying? Okay, let's continue though.
The question now that we should be asking is, what is your instinct as a content creator on YouTube? What's your instinct? What are you
Let me pause. One of my, and I hate that I have to do this because when he says things, it just certain things just make me go back to something that I've done in the early stages of what now has become beef between him and Tommy. I actually did a video, right, in the beginning of this shit before it got ugly, addressing Tommy. And it's a fact that I was addressing the fact that Tommy has the voice. What I don't agree with is what he's doing with his voice. I've never really been a public speaker. I told people that when I started my my channels addressing the corrupt judicial system. I never was a people person like that. You know what I mean? I didn't read well publicly, but I read like a master to myself. But it's something that I had to work on by continuing to do it, right? Because certain times you do things publicly, you're trying to grasp how people are taking what you are saying, and it kind of distracts you a little bit. That's just my take on it, right? But I remember in the earlier stages, I was trying to urge Tommy to tell us what the solution is. I was trying to urge Tommy to do speak on the negative, you know what I mean? But what is the solution? Speak on the negative, but what is the resolve to it? And I start realizing that he doesn't want to resolve, because if a resolve is created, he'll put himself out of business. Am I wrong for addressing that? Tommy has a voice that I feel. Let me say this. Tommy says some things that are truthful. Let me put aside what he done to me and my family, and had done to me and my family, which is still taking place right now as we speak. Okay? Tommy says a lot of truthful things. But 75% truth plus 25% bullshit equals 100% bullshit. Right? When you come with 25% bullshit, hence this is why I created that saying and created shirts. You feel what I'm saying? That actually say that. When you actually take a situation like that and you speak truthfully about the bad, right? And then you come in with the flip-flop attack bullshit, the 25%, it destroys. If it was 75% truth and you throw 25% bullshit within the truth is now tainted, brother. I'm speaking to you, Tommy. The truth is now tainted. See, still right now today, I hate your stinky guts, like the Little Rascals. Everybody knows it. I didn't initially hate you. I just hated the messages that you were speaking with no resolve. When you attacked my family, when you attacked me by lying on me, knowing what you said was a lie, I began to start really, literally hating you. I'm just being honest. I hate you to this day. But here's the difference between you and I, Tommy. I done a video or a stream on this at least over 2 years ago. And I actually said this. Even after you had already been attacking me and my family and having your people do it. I done a video. I done multiple. Video or stream, whichever. And I literally said, even after all you've done to me, I swear on everything I stand for, I said this. And people who've been around know I said this. And I'm going to say it again today. I want to see you do better. I literally done a stream and said, even after all this, stream or video, even after all this that has been done to me, lies, this, that, the other, I addressed the fact that you actually have a voice on social media, which is where our youth and young men go every single day, all day. You actually have a voice in which you have the voice, the power, and the ability to affect change in people. I have a problem with you, though. The problem is, why did my screen share stop? The problem is that, let me see if I can fix this. The problem is that you don't access the attribute, right? I know why. And I'm not going to speak on it. I guess they came in and stopped my screen share. I didn't know. Anyway, I've said this countless times, even after the things that you've done to me and my family that have affected us negatively. And I'll say it again right now today. Right? Because you have, right, an opportunity, right, to completely flip the script. And there will be nothing that we can say negative about you. But I think you've researched the statistics and you know that the truth doesn't sell. This is just my opinion. You have been able to sway public's opinion, which a lot of people cannot do and have not been able to do. That's actually a gift that you possess, right? I'm talking to you, Tommy Sotomayor, right? You have a gift, right? That some people don't have, right? You have a gift, right? You were given a gift in being able to capture people's mental, right? I can't hate you for that. That's a great attribute. But it becomes a negative attribute when you use your gift the way that you do. You use the gift that you have of this is my personal opinion, sir. You use the gift that you have in capturing people's attention. You use that gift to do what? Destroy others. Can you imagine, Tommy, if you use the gift that you have in capturing people's attention and you used it in a positive fashion? Can you foresee, grasp, comprehend, understand the actual positive change that you can cause to take effect? Huh? Why is it that you use your gift, right, of being able to capture people's attention? Why is it that you use it to destroy people? Why? Why is that the sole reason you do that? But then on the flip side, you speak of wanting change, but the way that you use your gift of capturing people's attention crosses out your claim to want to see change. I rest my case. Dumb shit.
Why? You're one-dimensional. What you promote does not come with a positive end state. What you promote does not come with a positive end state. That means I'm going to continue to bash. I'm going to continue to attack. I'm going to continue to ridicule. I'm going to continue to downgrade. You don't uplift. You don't come back and say, you know what, this is what bad looks like. But hey, this is what positive, this is what good looks like. You don't come back. There's no positive end state with you. You want people to constantly focus on the bad. You want them to constantly harp on the bad. And the thing about it is, it's like this. Do the people that you know in your life, do all of them fit that narrative in reference to women? Do all of them fit that narrative? Do you happen to have a positive woman in your life? And if so, where is she? Who is she? Give people an example of what right looks like. Because if you don't do that, then what you do is you constantly tear people down. And when you constantly tear people down, guess what? You're keeping them in a rut. You're keeping them feeling shameful. You're keeping them feeling degraded. That's abuse, brother. That's abuse. That's verbal abuse. That's verbal abuse. And I don't understand. And maybe it's because the Soto Nation don't have any doctors in it. Huh? Maybe because they don't have any people, anybody that's a brother, that's a mother, that's a sister, that's an uncle, that's a cousin, that's a role model. Maybe they don't. Because here's the thing, while people are applauding your efforts, now they need to be asking the common sense questions. And that's why you have such an issue with anybody who promotes common sense. Is that right? JB Gunner, Zone, And how many other countless people who have followed you, supported you, given you money, given you time, right, to support your fatherless America and everything else, and you turned around and you now ridiculing them. You now have an issue with them because they got bigger than you, because their personality, where you thirst for attention, you thirst to be a celebrity, because that's what you want to do. You strive to be those things, okay? You got mad because somebody else around you in your circle that was supporting you, guess what, got bigger than you. But that's their God-given attribute. You know what I learned? Because I had this issue with somebody else. It's like this. You can't get mad because somebody else's star power is brighter than yours. That's their gifts. If they can do things that's better than you, then that's their gifts. What you do is you say, man, hey, I applaud your effort. I appreciate that, because I get a chance to witness that up close instead of being from afar. Tommy Sotomayor, you are, and I'm not going to call you a name, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down some things real clear, because what you do is you like to pause the video and say an insult, say a joke, or whatever the case may be, to throw people off from the message. But you know what? Every time you say, well, he only has 500 subscribers, for some reason from your little broadcast, I get 1 or 2 more subscribers. So congratulations. For what? Let me tell you something. I am a father of 4, okay? I am engaged. I am a retired Army veteran. I am a big brother. I am a role model. I am a community leader, okay? I'm a person that regularly hops on YouTube to address certain things that I see that concerns me as a black man, as a father, as a role model, as a community leader, and as a subscriber to certain channels. Okay? I like to think outside the box. I like to have intelligent conversation. I don't believe in throwing a bunch of slanderous accusations at people. However, when I address people, I address them based on the information that I have researched and that I have seen for myself. It's not about what everybody else said. It's what I have researched for myself. You pride yourself on saying that you are a journalist, or you are a journalist, right? Amongst other things. And my thing about it is I guess I'm just kind of taken back at the way you do your research. The way you do your research, or whatever case may be. Because if you've done your research, then you would know that, okay, the person you're dealing with, okay, research and development was a part of my job. That's just a small smidgen, right? Research and development was a part of my job. So I've now researched Tommy Sotomayor based on the things that you yourself have put out on social media. Forget what somebody else said. Forget baby mamas. Forget whoever don't like Tommy Sotomayor. I'm going off of what Tommy Sotomayor, the man, has stated publicly. Now, here's the thing when you put things publicly. When you put things publicly, you say, this is what I think is funny. This is what I think is right. This is what I think is credible. This is what I think is reasonable. This is how you handle problems, address problems. This is me. Now, the only way those things could be false if you decided to say, oh, well, I'm just doing this for social media. Based on my research, you have not done that. That means everything that you have put out, whatever propaganda, whatever slanderous actions, whatever you've done to disrespect and downgrade other people, that is you. That is your thought process and how you think as a black man. So when another black man sees this and says, I got some concerns about that. Now, here's the thing, brother. I personally hope to God that you are the father to your kids that a lot of men are not to their children. And that means taking care of them, making sure that they're good, or whatever case it may be. And let me harp on that real quick. As a dad, we both know, man, listen, it's going to be tough growing up in America. And the reason why it's going to be tough is because there's so many things against black people. It is so many things against black people. Now, this is not to say that, well, let's talk about white people. No, this is us. Sometimes the biggest hater, sometimes the biggest procrastinator, sometimes the biggest hurdle is us. How we think and how we operate, which is the reason why I say my biggest concern is your platform, because I say, okay, well, if we are going to point out the bad, at what point do we point out the good? And instead of saying, you know what? Okay, I may need help pointing out the good. Oh, okay, gotcha. I can help you out, brother. But you don't deflect it and say, well, you don't tell me how to do my platform, brother. Listen, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. You do what you want to do, and you live with that. You do what you want to do, go ahead and live with that, brother. But the fact of the matter is, as a man, I addressed you as a man. Period. Period. All of this crap about using another YouTuber to gang up on you, that was never the case. That was never the case. And here's the thing. Even though I have an issue about what that other YouTuber did against you, I definitely have an issue with that. I definitely didn't like that shit, right? When I found out about it. I didn't like the shit that she did to me. But there was never any intentions to gang up on you. The same way that I stated those concerns back when I said those concerns on her platform is the same thing I'm saying now. What that promotes is consistency. That's what that promotes. See what I'm saying? However, the end state is, if you have a platform, especially as a black man or a black woman, and you're addressing certain issues, whether it's fathers, whether it's mothers, whether it's wives, whether it's husbands, whether it's children, whether it's success, whether it's spirituality, whether it's finance, whatever it is, the question now that we should be asking is, what is your end state as a content creator on YouTube? What's your end state? What are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to win? Stop telling me how bad I am. Stop telling me how you need to expose me. Stop telling me how you need to disrespect me. Stop telling me I'm a piece of shit and start showing me how to do better. That has been my concern from day one. That is my concern. That is a leader's perspective. That is a black man's perspective. That is a father's perspective. So someone who states that I'm going to do a documentary on a fatherless America, I would think that perspective would have an end state. And inside that end state would be, you know what? I want to make America great again. That's what I want to do. So if you want to do that, and someone says, you know what? I see where you're going. But in order for you to actually touch other people, see, here's the thing. If I've never worked in a Fortune 500 company, then I wouldn't know how to address people that work in a Fortune 500 company. You have a military veteran officer of 20 years talking to you. I'm not calling you a whole bunch of names. No, but I'm directly speaking to you about certain things. And there's a reason for that, because my thing is, any leader inside the military that was former, present, past, whatever the case may be, right? They're going to look at you and say, okay, I hear you doing a bunch of talking, but what's the end state? What's the end state? Where are you trying to lead people to? Because with your rhetoric, it's not going to make black women respect black men based on what you're doing. And the problem is with a lot of YouTubers or whatever case may be, their rhetoric is so crazy. And I'm not going to stand here and mention a bunch of names or whatever, but the rhetoric is so crazy. I'm going to do whatever I can to downgrade the other gender. What? Hold on. So there's already an issue with fathers not being in the home. There's already an issue with black women being attacked and disrespected on a regular basis. There's already an issue with black on black crime and people dying on a regular basis. That's why you keep on putting Nipsey Hussle's name in your titles, right? There's already an issue with black people not being good with their finances or whatever case be. Black people not being able to keep a responsible and respectable relationships. Black people wanting to expose people on a constant basis or whatever. Black people using their freedom of speech to downgrade others and disrespect others and showcase that, you know what, we are the savages that people say we are. What the fuck is your end state? What is it? What have you actually built? You know what I'm saying? Have you built a positive platform? Someone broke down an analogy about you, Tommy, that was very interesting to me. Shout out to Jay, shout out to everybody, Zone, shout out to everybody that's kind of outlining certain things that me personally I wouldn't have actually took the time to, but just actually looking at things or whatever case be. Because I really wanted to say everybody that I'm subscribed to, I really wanted to just sit and listen. So I literally just took some time just to sit and listen. Well, let me hear other people's perspective on this particular topic. But you know what? You know what has been the medium after all of this? You know, the medium is that, Tommy, you are exactly what you say you're not. You are exactly what you say you're not. You say, okay, you say people are clout chasing you. But all of these rappers and these movie stars and whatever, you put their names in the titles. And here's the thing, they're bigger than you. You're a YouTube celebrity in the black sector of YouTube. Not all of YouTube. Your name ain't ringing bells all over YouTube. It's in the black sector of YouTube for downgrading black women. That's what you're known for. And for some reason, you wear that like a badge of honor. I'm known for putting down the other side of my race. Someone should applaud me. Why? Because here's the things. As we both have daughters, right? When they grow up, are they not going to be subjected to the rhetoric that you promote? I'm supposed to sit and why? Because here's the things. As we both have daughters, right? When they grow up, are they not going to be subjected to the rhetoric that you promote?
How they keep doing this shit is beyond me. But anyway, stupid.
Your one dimension you do is a gimmick. Stop hiding. You stop cracking jokes and insults. Let me say this to you, okay? Since you are afraid to, Tommy Sotomayor, you have a responsibility that obviously no one in. Why? Because here's the things. As we both have daughters, right? When they grow up, are they not going to be subjected to the rhetoric that you promote? I'm supposed to sit and play your videos downgrading black women and how uneducated they are, how their thought process don't add up on a regular basis, how they sleep with multiple men, how they're hair hack hooligans and BT this and BT that. I'm supposed to let them hear me listening to you and say, but you can be what you want to be. You can be the best you. Tommy Sotomayor, you have a responsibility that obviously no one in the Soto Nation is able to rightfully inform you. Brother, you have a responsibility. hey, you've made it. Congratulations. See, the thing about it is you promote this whole viewership. Like, I get so many views. Da, 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 da. Well, here's the thing. People get views at the circus. Clowns get views as well. We want to see the tricks. We want to see what's about to happen. We want to see the sparkles and the lights and all of this other stuff. We want to see the gimmicks. We want to see the buffoonery. We want to see all these things. But that doesn't mean it's realistic. That doesn't mean it's beneficial. That doesn't mean that I should take this.
Notice I'm showing you buffoonery in my Skype. The more I stalk Tommy, the more you gonna stalk me. It doesn't make sense because I'm not stalking Tommy. So it is what it is. You just keep on. You just keep on. You know what I mean? You just keep on keeping on. You feel me? Right? We're gonna address the facts, man. Let's continue.
And say, you know what? What he's saying is actually factual. You have people so far gone in the rhetoric that you promote that people have no other options other than to say, well, I guess he's right. They've listened to you for so long to the point where they don't know what reality is. Let me say this.
And let me say something, brother. Let me say something, Mr. KT. You 101. You at any point in time, right? Like in the near future, like you want to do a one-on-one, taking all the, the actual hate that I have for this guy based on what he done to me and my family. You want to do a peaceful, respectful one-on-one, not a debate. I'm not trying to debate you, brother. You feel what I'm saying? There's no reason to. You feel I don't like debates anyway because I don't know of a debate that happened on social media that was actually a real debate. But to have a civil dialogue and conversation about the real issues in regards to this individual named Tommy Sotomayor,
Damn, I got 4 people still rocking with me. I appreciate the 4 people.
On my end.
I was just talking bullshit.
And not getting personal with the dialogue.
I know one of them is
Still
motherfucking
with the
tired.
facts, the evidence, and our personal opinions about what we see. I'm up for that, bro. You know what I mean?
He got that restraining order out on his ass. So if he does that, then the motherfucker say, well, you got a restraining order, you got to take that off. Man.
Just to be able to dialogue and just address the issues and the problems. And
Freeman's stupid. He should have been talked to Tommy. They could be the dynamic duo and make that mad bread.
To some problems that we know exist. It's up to you, bro. You know what I mean?
To you. Okay, since you are afraid to debate me, you're afraid to have a live discussion on a neutral platform. That platform is not yours. Please tell your subscribers, your viewers. Let me step back real quick. Your Soto Nation, right? Please tell them, okay? I don't need to call into your platform so you can mute. Right? So you can mute me while I'm talking, say a bunch of disrespectful things, say a bunch of jokes, or try to overtalk me. No, we can go to a neutral platform, have someone to moderate the actual conversation or whatever case may be, and then have some dialogue. Okay? I am more than willing to have some conversation with you, to have shared dialogue with you or whatever case it be. And it definitely be interesting, not only for the Soto Nation, but for everyone who knows about Tommy Sotomayor. Because I'm telling you right now, you are up against someone who is well-versed in a lot of stuff. See, the thing about it is I only do things when I have to do it. Now, if there's no other choice, right? If my back's against the wall and I need to look at the right thing to do, and the right thing to say or whatever, okay, well, this is the best option. This is the best course of action. And right now, the best course of action, Tommy Sotomayor, is for you to stop ducking me, you to stop hiding, you to stop cracking jokes and insults, and man the fuck up. Man the fuck up. If I can go to Iraq, I can go to Afghanistan, I can go to Kuwait, I can go to Egypt, I can go to Turkey.
I'm sorry, I'm about to bounce. Hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. I'll be back later.
And have a conversation with someone who is a